am Sasha Stokes and welcome to our classroom. Today we are practicing elimination versus substitution, okay? So in this problem, we have to find the value of W and the value of Z. Well, when your teacher teaches this, there are two options to solve. We can do elimination, which down here in this section, I've kind of gave you the rule for elimination, okay? To eliminate a term has to have opposite signs, a positive and a negative, the same coefficient, which is that number in front of the variable, and the same variable, okay? Because a positive 2 minus a 2 is equal to 0. And then 0 times W is equal to 0. So we eliminate it. That's why it's called elimination. So let's use that method first. We have 4 times W, okay, that's the first term, plus 5 times Z, that's that second term, okay, is equal to 34. Now, when I look at this problem, I can see that substitution is going to be the easiest strategy, but I'm going to teach both, okay? So now we have Z minus 2W. So the first thing I'm going to do is take that minus 2W, and I'm going to put it underneath the W when I'm eliminating, okay? Minus 2W. And I'm going to take that positive Z, and I know it's positive because if I look in front of Z, there is nothing there, so that's a positive Z. And I'm going to align it with that one, okay? Same terms need to be aligned. Is equal to 4, okay? Now I'm just going to draw me a nice little line underneath, and I'm just going to combine terms vertically, okay? So let's look at our purple, excuse me. Before I can eliminate, I have to check and see, hey, I need to have a set of terms with the same variable, same coefficient, and different signs. And if I don't have one, guess what? I have to make one. So in this problem, I have positive 4W at the top. So I'm going to change the bottom so I can make that one negative 4W. So I'm going to multiply everything by 2 because if I do, this is going to change this to my negative 4. So I'm going to rewrite my problem so you can see. Okay. All right, now for the bottom one, I'm just going to go ahead and 2 times negative 2 give me that negative 4W. Okay. And then 2 times Z, that's a Z, is going to give me positive 2Z. And then 2 times 4 is going to give me 8 at the end back here. Okay. All right. Now that is how we eliminate. So now if you look at my purple, which is my W term, I have opposite signs. That's a positive and that's a negative. I have a 4 and a 4 and 2 W's. So this is going to be 0. So that cancels out. And now I can go ahead and solve for Z. So 5 plus 2 is going to give me 7Z. Is equal to 42, okay? All right, then I'm going to go ahead and isolate this variable here by division, okay? So I have 7 divided by 7 is going to leave me with just a Z. And divide by 7 is going to leave me with a 6. Okay. So now I know that Z is equal to 6. So if I want to solve for W, I have to go back and plug it in. So I'm just going to choose to use the top one always use an original, and I'm going to plug it in. 4 times W, okay? The second term is positive 5 times Z. Z is now 6 equals, and then we have that 34. Okay, so now I'm left with, and for sake of time, I'm going to use the same color, 4 times W plus 30 equals 34. I'm going to start with this left side because there are two terms, so I'm going to subtract this 30. I am left with 4 times W is equal to 4. Now I'm going to separate by division, and my W is equal to 1. Now, elimination is very important to know, but it's not the only strategy, and it's not always the best strategy. So let's go at substitution. That's the second way to teach this, okay? All right, so for the first one, hold on. Okay, for the first one, I'm just going to go ahead and write what I see. I see 4 times W plus 5 times Z is equal to 34. Okay. All right, now the second one, I'm going to isolate the Z because it's very easy to isolate it. I have Z minus 2 times W equals 4. So if I just add 2W to both sides, excuse me, my pen is having a hiccup here. Okay, I'm going to add 2W. All right, so once I do that, once again, there's that elimination. And so I'm left with Z is equal to 4 plus 2W, okay? So now that I have isolated, I can actually go and plug it into my top equation. I'm going to take this Z and I'm going to plug it in here. That's a Z, okay? So I'm going to write my 4 times W, okay? And then I'm going to write my plus 5. And then for Z, I am not going to write Z because I know that Z is actually 4 plus 2W. Okay? That's why it's called substitutions, like your teacher. One teacher leaves and another one comes in its place. Okay? So now I'm going to finish up equals 34. And I'm just going to use some distribution here. So I have 4W. 5 times 4 is positive 20. Okay. 5 times 2, don't forget distributing to both terms, is going to be plus 10W is equal to 34. All right. This left side, I really need to clean it up. There's a lot going on over there. So I am going to combine my like terms, which is a 4W and a 10W. 4 plus 10 is 14W. Okay. I have my plus 20 still there is equal to 34. Now on my left side, I actually have two terms. I need to move one. I am going to move that positive 20 because it's the same type of term as that 34. They're both constants, okay? So I'm going to subtract that 20 from here, and I'm actually going to subtract it from here. And then I will be left with 14 times W is equal to 14. All right, I have one more step to solve. I'm going to divide, run out of space here, divide by 14, and I'm going to divide by 14, and I have my W is equal to 1. All right, now notice, same thing over here. W is equal to 1. But now I need to take that W and I need to put it back. Okay, so I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, so I'm just going to take that W and you see that the one that we actually worked on earlier when we isolated it, you see this guy? Perfect candidate to plug it in and find Z. All right, so now let's just plug it in. We know that W is equal to 1, so I'm just going to plug that in there. Okay, I'm going to take out that W. And I'm just going to put that 1 in, substitute it, okay? All right, so 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So Z is equal to 6. Same as over here, 2 different methods. Hopefully this was helpful. Bye-bye now.